My name is Irene and I'm born again. I love the Lord. He's been so faithful to me. He's been so good since many things have happened into my life since 2013. I lost my husband in the year 2013 in July, and then I developed very bad ulcers from August. So by December, my doctor advised me to go for an endoscopy, which was done at the Aga Khan Hospital, and the results would be out by January. So I went for the results, and the doctor was so shocked because he just rose up and told me, he was just saying this cannot be happening. So I was like, what is it? So he told me, Irene, I'm very sorry, you have cancer of the stomach. So devastated, I was so shocked because I had lost my husband just the previous year, and here I am, I have small children, and I'm told that I have cancer, and I knew that cancer kills. So the doctor told me that you have to go for surgery to remove, it was in the stomach, so they had to do total gastrectomy, they had to remove my stomach. And I was really scared. I didn't want to do the surgery because I knew cancer kills and I knew I will die. So I even went to a lawyer and wrote a will because I knew there was nobody who would take care of my children. And I had a few friends who were praying. We prayed for a week before the surgery was to be done. And it was so scary. I would not even sleep at night. We'd just been praying, communicating over the phone. Then on a Saturday, the lady we were praying together called me and told me, Irene, I got a breakthrough. And I also told her I feel so much peace. So I went for the operation. So now I was in the hospital for 2 to 3 months. Then I didn't want to do chemotherapy. And that time I was 93 kilos when I did that operation. So now after that I started the radiotherapy, which I was supposed to do for 6 months. So after that, after every year I would go for checkups. This year in February, it was on February 3rd, I went for the final checkup because to be declared cancer-free, you have to do it for 5 years. I did the endoscopy and the colonoscopy, and now the doctor told me there is a tumor in the colonoscopy, and they took biopsy. They went, and the results were to be out after 5 days, which tested positive for cancer. So I was like, what? I had just testified that God has healed me of cancer, and now this.
On 5th of March, I received a call from Irene, who has been battling cancer, and she calls me and she tells me, Pastor, I'm in the hospital, I'm admitted. And so the congregant has just called you. What do you do next? You just want to go and pray and encourage the congregant.
We drove all the way to Nairobi Hospital, and we saw her. I remember we shared that there was a team of friends from our workplace who were there. Guys were encouraging her, people were just sharing, and I was just there. I just stood there and I was quiet, and I was reminded of the story of this prophet of God who had actually conquered the prophets of Baal. So I remember that story when I was there, and actually like God was ministering to me, and I told Irene, you know what? This is not God's report. I know the doctors have said that you have that cancer stage 3, but what is stage 3 before God? He's a God of impossibilities. He deals with the impossible. That which is impossible with man is possible with God.
So when the results were out, and I was told it's cancerous, and the operation was planned for the 19th of this month. So I felt like we should have prayers. In fact, I called it prayers and thanksgiving. So Pastor Andili and Reverend Muloma, they came to my place, and we had people, and we really prayed. All the people who were there said they felt the presence of God. So someone told me, Irene, before you go for that surgery, the way that the prayers were, I think you should go and ask the doctor if you should go for a second opinion. And that Monday, before I went to be admitted, I talked to my doctor and told her I think I should go for a second opinion. And she was like, are you doubting our results? No, I said, no, I just want to be sure, because I feel like I'm healed. I don't feel like the way I was feeling before, because I would just diarrhea, vomit, but it had all came to a stop. So I told her, I just feel like I need to do a second opinion.
The following Monday, she was to do the surgery. Then I look at my phone, Irene is calling and she's telling me, Pastor Mlom, I'm not going for the surgery. I believe God healed me. Should I tell her to go for the surgery, or I'll just leave her go with her decision? And so I was there. I said, Irene, yeah, if that is what you are feeling, then let it be so.
I did endoscopy and colonoscopy, but now my employer told me a second opinion, the insurance will not pay for you, so you have to pay for yourself. I said it's okay. So I paid, and this time I woke up and the doctors were there. They were like, Irene, we can't see any tumor. So it's not that the previous test was wrong, but I saw the tumor. It was the size of a button of a trouser. It was there, because the endoscopy gives you like a picture, a real picture. So I had seen it. And at this one, there was no any tumor anywhere. In the colonoscopy and in the endoscopy, there was no any tumor. So I was like, this is healing. God has healed me. So I called Reverend Muloma and told him the good news. And now the results were to be, okay, the doctor told me they just took something, because there was nothing, there was no anything to cut. So they just took like some pieces to do a test, a biopsy, and the results were out and they were negative. So I said, this is God's healing, and I am so proud to say that I am declared cancer-free and God has healed me.
There's power in prayer. There's power in prayer, and God hears our prayers. You see, the only thing that can change the mind of God is prayer. So just to encourage anyone who might be going through challenges and suffering and such kind of stuff, you're in that situation where you don't know and you've given up and you're like, this is the end of you. It could be the end of you, but it is the beginning of God. God now wants to begin new things. Keep trusting in Him. It doesn't matter the report that has been given. That is not of God. God says that you will live. God says that you are more than a conqueror. God says that you can do all things through Him. So there's hope. And the Bible says that against all hope, Abraham still believed. He believed in the promises of God. So we are not here to believe what the doctors are saying. We're not here to believe the reports that have been given concerning our situations, but let's believe God's report.
Hi, my name is Irene and I belong.